Alrighty, we are back. It's time for the final round of the round robin. We have... Now, I want to before I hit the button, let's make sure I got this set correctly this time, and I don't actually. I don't actually have it set correctly. Of course I don't. We have Deserted Draw against Coordinated Chaos. Now, we've seen both of these two teams before. You just saw Deserted Draw, and before that was Coordinated Chaos. Both of them went 3-1 against Abundant Adrenaline. But now, it's time to see what they'll do against each other. It's time for game number 1 of round number 3. The final round of the round robin. How many times can I say round, round, round? It's time to go round and start this game. Let's see what they bring on out. Gonna see very much what we have expected to see from both of these teams. They're gonna see Brush v Brush. We are gonna see Heavy Edit versus Tri-Stringer. And we're gonna see Julie's versus a Neo Splash, and Captain Ash getting that early splat onto Banana as Anchor clears on through the first checkpoint, giving Deserted Draw a very good first push here. And well, here they do have the Zip Caster, and they get a double bomb splat onto Captain Ash and Qual there, and that is going to be, well, not Qual. Qual was the person. But they are going to be put into a very great position there. Rainmaker is going to get picked on up and get taken on out, as a soft wipe is also going to happen on the side of Deserted Draw, giving Coordinated Chaos a lot of opportunity to pick up that Rainmaker and get an easy free checkpoint. But they don't have the lead yet because, you know, Deserted Draw, they got the checkpoint earlier. And now, Anchor. Do they know Qual's there? They don't, but they get the splat anyway, but they get taken on out by Epics and Zap. They pop out the Tacticooler, but can they do anything else? No, they can't. Jed gets taken on out by the Heavy Edit. Are they going to be able to further their lead? Yes, they are. Gets all the way down to 51, but the flank from Banana is going to be a great thing for them as they give a wipeout on the side of Deserted Draw, but then Qual gets taken out by the Trizuka. They go all the way back to the spawn pad. Now, bit of a fight over into as they try and push up forward, but it's kind of a bit of a scrap fest at the moment. Just trying to eye each other off, just trying to find the routes, just trying to find the positions that they can go. Photon Jet goes down to the Tri-Stringer, but the Brush is going for the flank. Are they going to be able to stop anything from happening? Jason trying to get that lead into their favor, but no, they're going to get stopped. Quell looking at taking on out Captain Ash, and the splats, the ink connects onto them, and there is the lead switch. Coordinated Chaos taking that on out. They're now on 41 against Deserted Draw's 51. But it's still an easy way for them to get that lead back onto their favor if they can just get the splats, if they can just get the specials, if they can just get the turf on into their favor. But there's always going to be some flanks with these weapons and these players, and that is just constantly what you've been expecting to see from these two teams. And then Anchor gets taken on out by Quell's Octo Brush, looking to try and maybe add a few more splats into their kill count there, but not going to be able to deliver it right there. Maybe get a few more now, but they have been spotted and can't really do much there as they get pinched in between two players. Captain Ash going to take them on out there now, trying to find something else here, trying to find maybe some more opportunities, maybe to get a bit more damage in. Captain Ash takes out Quell. They're looking at pushing up even further, pops out the triple ink strike. And are they going to be able to get that flank? They get on, they see Jason. Are they going to take the spot? Yes, they do. And they've got the paint path. They've got the lead back. And they're looking at getting even more points all the way down to that KO. And Deserted Draw is going to take on home game number 1. What a narrowly avoiding death, narrowly avoiding everything that was getting thrown into their direction. And a great way for them to start off game number 1. Whoa! Great showcase from these two teams. Now you already know what weapons they've brought out. So let's take a look at the maps we'll be seeing in this game, and taking a little bit to load. Give it a it's been doing this a little bit. There we go. If you give it some medicine, it likes to feed itself. Although I don't know where you'd be finding medicine in Museum del Alfonsino. That'll be a lot of, well, I guess clams is a form of medicine. I don't know what type of medicine, but it could be a medicine. I'm not a doctor. Don't quote me, please. I'm not quoting you. So, I don't know. I'm thinking, what could we see here? Obviously, you've seen it again. Like all these games are so incredibly close. There is so much happening. You really can't predict it. It's just going either way. And I'm just sitting here with my very sleep-deprived head, my dry voice, giving you content over the airwaves, and just trying to predict things unsuccessfully. It's called the commentator's curse, if you ever heard of it. But what I can certainly guarantee, and what's not a commentator's curse, is the second game getting started as we head on in to Clam Blitz. Let's see what we shall see for the next game. And ooh, the Carbon is gonna come on out from the side of Captain Ash. A very interesting pick. You're gonna see a returning comp on the side of Coordinated Chaos there. Captain Ash going on in hard, going on in heavy, but they're not gonna get any splats on this early into the game. But what they do have is 7 clams to their name. They're ready to make a push. They're ready to make a statement early on into the game, and they're looking at pushing up even further. But Quell stops them mid-jump, making sure they don't make it on into their own plat. But then Anchor also on the aggressive. Quell taking them out as well, just making sure there are no early pushes coming out from Deserted Draw. But the streak ends there as Captain Ash takes them on out, and Banana takes them out in revenge for their fallen comrade. 2 power clams are there on the side of Deserted Draw. They want to deliver them to the mailbox. They want them to reach their goal and their destination, but they've got a lot of damage to burst on through before that even happens. And a wipeout is certainly not what they were looking for. Coordinated Chaos now turning the tables right back into Deserted Draw. They are looking at getting their pushes going, but both of these teams so good at their defense game, so good at pushing away the members, so good at getting those long range splats, as Foden Jet just showed you. And now a bit of a flank coming on here, managing to get on into the enemy's plat, managing to make a bit of chaos happen. But are they going to be able to do any splats? No, they aren't, as they decide to hop on back to their spawn. And now, Jed gets taken straight on out by the Trizuka Banana. Maybe looking at getting a follow-up going. Maybe looking at trying to get some more clams. Like, neither team yet has yet to score a single clam this game. We could get to the infamous 3-minute overtime that only happens in Clam Blitz. And that's just because both of these two teams are so good at spotting what their opponents are doing, so good at maintaining their defense, and so good at keeping their positions even when there's so many players down. But Epic looking at ending the streak, breaking the basket, and making sure there's no 3-minute overtime. And another power clam is going to go on into the basket, sending it all the way down to 60 points now. Deserted draw. They're going to get that pity clam, and they're going to pick it up right away as they're going to go straight on to the counter attack. Only one clam is going to go on in as a wipeout. A great and incredible defense coming out from Coordinated Chaos, stopping what could have been an easy lead change, but them just making sure that that was not going to happen. But it's constantly, we're attacking your base. Now we're attacking your base. It's constant back and forth. Now the scores can keep on changing. The scores can change, and you wouldn't even notice how close this game is going. Epic over here looking at maybe at trying to break on through, maybe at trying getting a few splats to assist, but no, that's not going to happen as Anchor takes them out. And now they've got a power clam going. They're making the jump. Can they deliver it though? No, they aren't, but they are still alive though. With 3 players down on the side of Coordinated Chaos, they're going to go and pick up that power clam. They're going to go and break it. And now, are they going to be able to take the lead? Yes, they are, all the way down to 49. Can they further that even further? Get a few more clams in, 2 more. Make that 3 all the way down to 37. And with Jed jumping back on out, that will be the end of that push. And now, Coordinated Chaos, they've got a long way to go if they want to get this game into their favor. Qual getting stopped just shy of the basket by the Photon Jet hero shot. And with only 15 seconds left on the clock and not much in the way of clams on the side of Coordinated Chaos, it's going to be a long shot if they want to have something to happen here. They do have the pity clam, and they have picked up another clam, so they got 3 power clams at their disposal, which will be enough. Will it? Yes, that will be... yeah, will be enough for them to take back the lead if they get all 3 delivered on in. But that is if they get it in and they manage to go and get it before time runs out. But guess what? Time ran out, and Deserted Draw takes game number 2 as well, putting them into a very good position as we get to see what the next set of maps is going to be. And it's going to be Shipshape Cargo on Tower. Yeah, commentator's curse, that happens. A deserted sweep. We could see a deserted sweep. That could very much happen. But we'll have to see, as now we're going to go into our more defensive modes with her and see how these two teams change their strategies, change their ideas, and what they might bring out here. Shipshape Cargo Company Tower Control. It's a very... It's very open, yet also kind of cramped at the same time, but it's more open. Especially with the amount of side routes there are. Like, you have a few flanks. one. You have one flank. Not few. But there is a lot of opportunities here for teams to do a bit of damage and maybe change up how they've been playing for the previous two games, especially now that these two teams know how each other play. Like, they've danced around each other enough to see how the other party tangos, and now they can dance to their own tune. But, you know, even you'll have to see. Are we gonna see the same thing, or are we gonna see a change to what they know and love? Well, the answer's here as we're going into game 3. Match point for Deserted Draw. And are they going to be able to deliver? So we see, we're going to see not much. We're going to see Captain Ash go back to the Amperi Julies, but on the side of Coordinated Chaos, we're going to see the Tri-Stringer is going to get swapped out for the Splatter, it's not a scope. The Charger. Splat Charger, that's what it's called. I'm just absolutely blanking on names there. Quell pushing up very hard. Maybe they do get one pick, but they do go down themselves. Anchor with the brush. They do have that zip caster at the rate, looking to eye it onto Tower, looking at getting some splats with that, but Epic says no, as they keep them away from the tower, making sure that they can get that first checkpoint easily into their favor. Now, Captain Ash gets on splattered down by Banana, but Banana gets taken out by Jed. But 47, a very good first push coming out from the side of Corner Cares, but Jed decides to go for a swim in the icy water. And now they're looking, Coordinated Chaos, looking at making yet another push. And the entire team, they're pushed up so far ahead. Anchor looking at getting some damage going with the Zip Guster. They get one pick, but they're not going to be able to get anything else out of that as they also go down. Quell going to take on out Jed there, and 3 players are left alive on the side of Deserted Draw, and another going down. And Coordinated Chaos is going to continue on their push. They're reaching the final checkpoint. But with the brush just dancing above the tower there, that's going to stop them from making any push. But the brush gets taken on out, as well as the Charger. And now Coordinated Chaos, again, they have control. They have opportunities. But they also have 2 players down, which is going to stop that push, make that 3 players down. And now Deserted Draw, what they need to do, they need to get some aggression going. They need to push on up hard. And Captain Ash looking at doing that, but are they going to be able to deliver it safely? They do have the Julies, which do provide them maybe they're a little bit objective. They do get the splat. They get the triple splashdown, and they do get another splat. That's 3 players down on the side of Coordinated Chaos as Deserted Draw looking at getting their counter push started. They get through that first checkpoint. Photon Jet trying to get that splat on to Banana. Are they going to do it? Yes, they are. And now a Zip Caster is also going to come out. 3 players down on the side of Coordinated Chaos. Can Deserted Draw take home the lead? Yes, they do. Can they also take out the checkpoint? Yes, they can. And now they're in the home stretch. Photon Jet trying to dance around Banana, but they are not going to be able to, as that is a wipeout. But getting all the way down to 8 points is going to be tough for Coordinated Chaos to get the comeback on. And they're going to have to do something, and they need to do it now with only a minute 30 left on the clock. Getting 2 splats there from Banana. That is the Trizuka from behind going to be able to follow up and get more splats. No, it isn't. Banana has the crab ready. They're in a good position, but are they going to use it? What are they going to use it for? Is there anything that's going to happen? Banana hops onto the tower, sees the brush there, but they take them out. Anchor looking at making some waves here. just trying to get their special charge, trying to get some turf under their control. And here comes the Zipcaster. They do get that splat onto Quail. Can they find the fourth to make it a wipeout? No, they can't. Deserted Draw maybe looking at trying to get the KO. They already have so many points on the board, but they just want to solidify that with a KO. Furniture narrowly avoiding those bombs, making sure that they stay alive to try and help this push. 2 players go down on the side of Coordinated Chaos, but then 2 go down as well in retaliation on the side of Deserted Draw. Zuka is going to come on out, not going to find any picks as Furniture opts to hop on back to this into a bit more of a defensive play, as maybe they're looking to set up overtime, maybe looking at trying to take the tower in a last rush defense. And here they come. They're going straight for the tower, but another member spots them. Qual sees them, takes them out. 2 players are left alive on the side of Deserted Draw. They're going to need to take out some more, though, if they want to stop Coordinated Chaos from taking home the lead. They do take out another player. They're going to need to do more. Another goes, but they got that as a trade. There's going to need to have more to happen here, as they just constantly just going back and forth, constantly jumping onto the tower. Are they going to be able to do it, though? Quell dancing over the tower, stopping them. Epic also stopping them, but then only 1 player left alive. Katadash nearly getting it, but that is the lead. Coordinated Chaos making sure they stay alive in the tournament, giving them a game to their name. Ooh, huge play for them. Just keeping them in, making sure they keep their run on going. But that does mean now we're going to be seeing Unami Ruins on Splat Zones. One of the only dual zone maps in the game. But of all the dual zone maps, they probably has the biggest dual zones. Is it? It would be, wouldn't it? I'm trying to think, because Flounder is definitely not. What else is dual zones? Nothing. Wait, does anything else have dual zones? I'm just going through the maps in my head. And nothing's really coming across my mind. I'm sure there's another one. Surely. Oh, I'm literally looking at a map that has it. Manta Maria. That is dual zones. But what shall we see in the ruins of the zones? We'll see it now. We're going to go right into game number 4. Deserted Draw still sitting at match point, and they are going to go and bring out the Paintbrush. And a Nautilus is also going to come on out from the side of Coordinated Chaos. Very interesting picks coming out from both of these teams. Both of them opting to bring out some special charge up as well with those 2 new weapons that we're seeing here. Definitely some interesting choices here. 2 players do go down on the side of Deserted Draw, but it is constantly going circles around each other, constantly painting one zone, then out painting the other. And are they going to be able to keep up that control? Looking at maybe doing something. They do have the crab here. Banana looking at maybe getting that. 3 players go down on the side of Deserted Draw, and now Coordinated Chaos. They have a huge opportunity to get so many points under their name, But Photon Jet takes out the crab, and that gives them the opportunity to break on through and retake the zones back into their control, getting a few more points on the board. 2 players down on the side of Coordinated Chaos. They're looking at maybe trying to push on through. Lead gets switched on back to Deserted Draw. Jason just trying to paint from afar. Just trying to do some damage. 2 players again go down on the side of Coordinated Chaos. As Deserted Draw is just pushing that zone. Just constantly ticking down that counter. And looking at getting even more points onto their board. All the way past 30, and now all the LDE is going to be fully active for the side of Coordinated Chaos as they retake the zone into their control, giving a 52-point penalty and 3 players down on the side of Deserted Draw. Epic over here with the NZAP, trying to eye off members, trying to see where they are, trying to charge up their tactical for their team. But they are not going to be able to have much happen. But they do get the tactical out. They do pop out and they do get taken on right out as that's a wipeout. For Coordinated Chaos and Deserted Draw now in a really good opportunity. Qual with the Trizuka. They do get 1 splat, but they are not going to be able to find the rest. They get taken on out, however, by Captain Ash's Paintbrush. And with their penalty so close to being cleared, Coordinated Chaos needs to get some splats. They need to get some picks, and they need to get some specials of their own if they want to take back the zone. With 2 players left alive, that might be difficult, but the crab getting 2 players might change the tables, might turn something in the cogwheels. Zone goes into neutral again. Instagram, only 2 players on the stock market. Both teams just constantly just trying to paint over each other, just try and get control into their favor. And Deserted Draw going 3 players down, easily allowed Combined Chaos to take over and give them those few extra points. And now they're just eyeing off the members, looking on breaking through, maybe to have something else happen, maybe to get the lead into their favor. Getting some splats certainly will help that, but they're gonna have to do a bit more. That is gonna be the lead switch there. Are we gonna go and see a game 5 if Deserted Draw doesn't retake the zone? But with so much turf going, they might be able to. But no, they go 2 players down, and you can't get much happening when you're missing half of your team. And for like 10 points remaining, that's gonna be the end of your push. Congratulations to Coordinated Chaos. We could be seeing the start of a reverse sweep. You never know. We saw Deserted Draw. They took home the first 2 games. Now Coordinated Chaos, they've taken the next 2 games. But Rainmaker's already been won by Deserted Draw, game number 1. So they have the advantage here. They know how to play Rainmaker and they know how to win. I'm curious to see what they might do here as we head into game number 5. Excuse me. I don't know if are you hearing my drinking water noises? You might be. The microphone's quite close to me talking, so you might be getting that. And I apologize unless you enjoy that type of ASMR. In that case, bon appetit. But Manta Maria. Rainmaker. I do like Manta Maria. We have no water noise. That's great. We do love it when the microphone only captures the noises we want to hear. It is appreciated. Manta Maria Rainmaker. I would like to see the carbon come out again. I think we could see that. What else? Actually, what I'm really interested to say is that we've seen no pencil today. There has not been one pencil on stream. Which, you know, we all say it's people like going meta. Well, you see it obviously with the Trizukas, but no pencil. Which is great to see. And now we're heading into game number 5 of the final game of the round robin. Gonna see any changes? No real changes coming out from the either team, really. Gonna see that Rainmaker is gonna get on popped by Coordinated Chaos, giving them those extra special points and that turf over mid control. Now Banana looking at pushing over to their right flank, getting that all turfed on, looking at maybe even getting a few more flanks, just setting themselves up to capture any form of jump that goes through. Epic goes and clears through the first checkpoint. And now Deserted Draw is in a tough position for them to have something, have a defense going, as it's just constant turf, constant aggression, and they get all the way down to 27. But with only 2 players left alive on the side of Coordinated Chaos, they might be able to have something happen, but only 1's left alive on the side of Deserted Draw. And a crab is going to appear there as well. That's going to provide them all the turf they could want, getting all the way down to 11. Getting stopped just shy of the goal by Jed. Great play from them there. They got the tactical at the ready. And now, Deserted Draw. Maybe they want to get a counter push going with a wipeout. That, I can guarantee you, that will not be happening. As the Coordinated Chaos looking at making another push to their name, making something look like they want it to happen. 2 players go down on the side of Coordinated Chaos. As Deserted Draw looking at pushing that Rainmaker. Captain Ash holding it over there in the corner. 1 does go down. Epic sitting on out over there. Now, Photon Jet gets taken on out. Banana looking at maybe getting some people down on those jumps with the suction bomb. None of that happens, however. Lucky for them to still be alive. Banana tries and spies out some of the members of Deserted Draw. Then they get pushed on all the way back into their bats. Two minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Banana maybe looking at getting the flank. Did anyone spot them though, taking on that? No, they didn't, as they connect the shots and get the flank on and get one of those players down. Are they going to find anything else? They are making havoc up in the Deserted Draw's mayhem, getting right and close into their phases. But Captain Ash is going to go and take out one of the players. Tri-String is the only one left alive, as they're going to try and get that push going. Are they going to be able to clear that checkpoint, climb the podium? But they get stopped just shy of the checkpoint. Coordinated Chaos just has such a lockdown over this game right now. Just making sure Deserted Draw has nothing to capitalize on, nothing for them to make use of. Just constantly getting their push going constantly, making damage happen. And now, with them picking up the Rainmaker, they're just going to keep on holding it over in the corner. Just help them run out of time. But Captain Ash takes out Jason with the Rainmaker. And now, with 2 specials online, Deserted Draw wants to get their counter push going. They get 2 splats to the name, and that's going to allow them to clear through that second checkpoint. But Deserted Draw picks up the Rainmaker. They're looking at maybe getting it even further. Do they get the drop? They do get the drop. They get the lead, and they get the KO, getting them in as 3-0. Wow. Coordinated Chaos had such a long control over that game. But then for Deserted Draw, just to take it all home in the end was not what I expect to see. The fist bump at the end to just celebrate that nice victory there. But congratulations to Deserted Draw. Let's see. Now we'll get to see who will be moving on towards the grand finals. And that will be... have all the games finished. Yes, it will be Brainy Break. I'll double check the scores very soon to make sure this is what we get. But it'll very likely be Brainy Break against Abundant Adrenaline. That will be coming up very shortly. But until then, you're watching the IDTGA All-Stars. Oh, I keep on forgetting. Let me push this button. Yeah, you're watching the All-Stars.